So the first guy we'll take a look at, defensive tackle, Quinton Jefferson, 6'4", 291 pounds. He is 30 years old. You mentioned really good scheme fit. Take us through this first clip, what you see.
Well, you know what he does is he's got 192 tackles, 26.5 sacks. He's a scheme fit, right? So he's not great against double teams. He's not awesome against the run. But what he is, he's a guy who fits this penetrating Jim Schwartz, get upfield, gap penetrating, be in the backfield type concept. So what you get here is you're going to get, so the first one right here, you get a bull rush. So he uses his hands very well. He's very violent in space. This is the first one where he plays down the line of scrimmage very well against the run. He's good against single blocks. You're going to see him here. They run a naked. He reads. He's very smart. He understands blocking schemes. He uses leverage very well. He's a great, you talk about a guy who has a great idea of what the offense is trying to do. And he can run really well. He's a disruptor. He can play multiple positions. I have snaps of him at nose, defensive end. He can stand up if they need him to. He's 6'4", 291. Again, one of these defensive line rotation guys that Jim Schwartz loves that can do multiple things, rush the passer, penetrate gaps, and just get after it. And great pickup for the Browns here. This guy is a really good football player. You
mentioned 62 starts, so he's an experienced guy, 30 years old. 26.5 sacks, 28 TFLs. It's a guy that you're comfortable. You're not going to ask him to play a ton of snaps, so the snaps that he plays will have more impact.
Yeah, and you can move him down to the 3 technique. You can move him out to the 5. You can do some different things with them, and it gives them that flexibility inside. So it gives them another guy like Zadarius Smith, where a lot of times last year they would have Miles next to Zadarius and Obo in there as well. Now you're talking about another guy who can play defensive tackle with that size, but he can also they can twist and stunt with him from the inside or the outside. He can just do a lot of things that are a little bit unique to Jim Schwartz and his scheme. But what makes the Browns so really, really difficult to block is the flexibility of these guys being able to do different things. And Jefferson's a guy who can do all those things.